Welcome to the show called Later is Greater, something that has been put on me by a power more than I can even understand. So we're going to say, God, touch me with this. And what he wants me to do is make sure that I let people know that seasoned seniors are to be looked at as treasures. We are to be treasured. And, a lot of times I heard a woman ask me the other day, do they seem to overlook you, older woman? I said, no, they don't really overlook me. I said, we're blessed to be straddling generations. And so that we're able to walk amongst different generations. And so, no, they're not ignoring us. And we have the light that they see us and know we're there. And I think we have a responsibility to, like I said, to make sure your relatives, your friends, family know that when you become a seasoned senior, and that's anybody that's over 50, the more over 50 you are, the more seasoned you are.
Right.
So as a seasoned senior, you are a treasure, and you are to be treasured. What do you think about that, Gregory?
Absolutely. Right. That's when you get your AARP card.
Oh yeah, you get that.
Well, you get that double nickel, and people, you don't realize that 55 is what it is until you get there. Like I've never been 55 before until I got there, and when I did, it didn't feel like it because your mind,
you still feel young.
You still feel like you got wow, you still have that much ambition. If depending on what some of your trial and errors were as you do reach that certain level of seniorship.
Become a seasoned senior.
Seasoned senior.
It's a difference.
Little salt and pepper on it.
Yeah, you're not just a senior.
You get a little paprika on
You
there.
are a seasoned senior.
You're a seasoned
And the more
senior.
older you get, the more seasoning
Yes,
is in
that's
you.
right.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Man.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man, it's definitely a treasure because, what we all have in common is none of us know the day or the hour.
That's right. Nobody knows, man.
So,
As a matter of fact, treasure is mentioned in the Bible many times. It's in Matthew 13:44, good treasure of the heart. Spiritual treasure, like unto treasure hid in a field.
absolutely. I mean, my mother will soon be, in a few weeks, she'll soon be 88.
Awesome.
And
That's a treasure. That's a treasure.
That's a treasure, inexplicably
To be treasured.
can be treasured because when if you pay attention to life, again, you live long enough, you pay attention to life. I can remember my mom when she was like 30. So by the time I was 7, she was 30. At the same time of my being 7 years old was also the same year MLK Jr. was assassinated. So I can remember vividly how my mother looked in her 30s. My father was only 2 years older. So you imagine how young 30 is to us today? My youngest is 30 years old.
Yeah, I have a 30-year-old. As a matter of fact, speaking of, mothers, and when I remember when I was very young, man, I used to think my mother, and that was my first, I guess, idea about beauty. I thought she was the most beautiful woman.
Of course.
I mean, that was my first impression,
Of course.
and so, my mother was awesome.
Because you watch them grow from that early stage of life, 30s, and all of a sudden, 50 years later, you live long enough. 50 years later, you can see that same. And my mom's my hero.
Right, definitely.
She's that treasure you speaking of.
Treasure to be treasured.
She's not buried.
Right, there you go. Definitely not buried treasure. Keep her in your mind. Always with you.
She's not buried treasure.
Always with you. I know that's right. Okay, hold on one second. We'll be right back. You're listening to the show called Later is Greater. My name is Erasmus. Hold on.